It's the sound that wreaks panic in the heart of every motorist. Not the wail of police sirens, but the sound of hailstones on metal.
Oh no, this is hail, and the heavens absolutely opened. It sounded as though somebody was hammering on the roof of the car.
Each year, Sydney gets pounded with wild storms. When hail hits, 25% of cars are written off and causes, on average, $5,000 in damage to other vehicles.
Hailstorms are driven by thunderstorms. The updrafts within the storms provide the perfect environment for hailstorms to develop and grow. In fact, the bigger the storm, the bigger the hail.
According to Budget Direct Insurance, the top 5 suburbs which were under siege in the past year were, at number 5, Maroubra, Wollongong, Randwick, Port Macquarie. And the number 1 hail hotspot in New South Wales is here, 30 kilometres northwest of Sydney's CBD in the suburb of Castle Hill. Nowadays, technology is allowing insurance companies to give the heads up to motorists of an imminent danger.
Hail Hero allows us the ability to monitor damaging storms, the likelihood of a storm containing wind, rain and hail, and SMS our customers.
Which would have come in handy with the mother of all hail horrors almost 16 years ago to the day in Sydney.
I was born here and I'm 70.
500,000 tonnes of hail, some the size of tennis balls, destroyed everything in its path, causing $4 billion in damage. David Eccleston, 7 News.
Today, with winds gusting up to 124 kilometres an hour in the Royal National Park south of Sydney, and it is shaping up as Sydney's coldest April day in 7 years. The rain was heavy at times, with the city and Frenchs Forest picking up 50 millimetres of rain since 9 o'clock this morning. Katoomba and Campbelltown had around 40 millimetres. Our top today was just 17 degrees, that's 5 below average. Right now it's sitting on 16 degrees with strong squally south-southeasterly winds. Across Sydney it was wet and very windy. Top temperatures were around 16 or 17 degrees in most suburbs, a very chilly 8 degrees in the mountains, well below average. From the satellite, the cloud over New South Wales is linked to a pool of cold, unstable air in the upper atmosphere, which will cause a strong east coast low to develop east of Sydney tonight. Now, that will result in more rain and gale force winds. The low will move to the Hunter coast tomorrow, with the worst of the wild weather contracting to the Hunter and the lower mid-north coast. Interstate, a clearing shower is expected in Canberra tomorrow, and an early storm is likely around Darwin, but all of the other capitals are looking fine. Very dangerous conditions out on our water tomorrow. It's likely to stay that way for quite a few days. A gale warning is current, with southerly winds up to 45 knots and a storm force warning for the Hunter. There is a huge swell with large, powerful waves. Tomorrow for Sydney, it's looking cold, wet and windy again. Heavy falls at first, with the rain easing as the day goes on. We're looking at a top of just 17 degrees. So very windy with gale force southerlies of 50 to 70 kilometres an hour in exposed areas. Easing in the afternoon though. Top temperatures around 17 in the east and 15 degrees in the west and north. Looking further ahead, the rain will start to ease back to showers on Wednesday, when we will also see an improvement in those strong winds. That should signal a return to some warmer weather. We are expecting a much milder top of 25 degrees by Friday. In our west, the grey skies aren't going anywhere for a few days yet. We'll finish the working week with a warm, partly cloudy day, but Saturday will be our first sunny day, Mark.